Omega, and welcome to a new Comic Crusaders podcast. I'm your host as always, and make sure to check out Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. Today, we're talking indie comic books. Oh, yeah. Who? A particular character named Sonya Devereaux. Sonya who? We're going to find out right now because we have the creative team here. First up is one of the writers, the one and only Mr. Todd Livingston. What up, brother?
Hey, Al. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, rock out, baby.
Rock
and
on.
Yeah, man. Then we got, of course, Brendon and Brendon Fraim, the penciler and inker of the magazine series. What's going on, muchachos?
Hello. Hey. Thank you for having us. Yeah. Great to be here.
No, thank you for coming on. And we have someone else coming as well, hopefully. And he's being fashionably late, going to make an appearance. I hope he's wearing a pimp hat or something, which would be really fun.
Just like him.
I'm trying to text him the link to join. He lost it.
Well, you can also email it to him, or it's within the invite. So if you want to DM me in the private chat, his email, I could always forward it to him, which is not a problem.
I'll do that.
Yeah, man, I'm the man in the chairs. No worries. So, gentlemen, how are you guys living and creating during these crazy age of COVID?
We're here in Pennsylvania, and it's snowing again. There's a big shock.
What snow? I'm in Orlando, Florida. I'm spoiled now. It's been over a year. I don't deal with snow. Yay!
I think we're in our third week of there being snow on the ground. Like, it's just not melting. Yeah.
Wow, really? Oh, my God. I do not miss that at all. Let me tell you.
So there's nothing to do but stay inside and draw.
Well, but drawing you have been, apparently. Because and writing with Mr. Livingston, because you guys have been doing major work. I've seen Sonya Devereaux before. I love the name. Kind of reminds me of the Golden Girls. Please tell me that's where you got the last name from.
I got the last name from an actress from Hammer Films, Brides of Dracula.
Oh, classic. Yes, Hammer, classic.
Marie Devereaux was her name.
Marie Devereaux. Yeah, I'm thinking Blanche Devereaux.
Sure.
I mean, it feels like kind of loose like that, though.
Yeah, she's as slutty as Blanche Devereaux.
I wonder if Todd remembers, because I think, like 10 years ago or maybe more, he emailed us trying to come up with the last name, and if he remembers the name we had or our suggestion.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. No, it was for Schmelderschmoink.
Schmelderschmoink. Oh, thank God, because that would have been terribly confusing to pronounce.
Yeah. Sometimes we have good ideas, and sometimes they're not so good.
All right, so before we get into this, I just want some background origins here. So let's start with the two brothers here. You guys have always been lifelong fans of comics?
Yep. I think we started buying comic books in 1984.
84, nice.
Yeah, so our buddy of ours showed us this Spider-Man. He's got this like new costume, and it's alive, and it goes on his body, and we're like, what?
Oh, so you got into Black Suit Spider-Man, the symbiote at the time. Nice, nice. Which is the comic book you guys fought over the most? We're brothers. I'm pretty sure there was a moment like, I didn't finish reading that yet, son.
I remember the second comic book I ever bought was Secret Wars #4 with the Hulk holding up the mountain and then all the heroes around him. And Brendon bought I think it was X-Men 183, maybe, where it was just kind of like a Talking Heads issue, but Secret Wars was all action. So, I was... he won that round.
Gotcha. Too funny. What about you, Todd? Because I see you got some Universal stuff. So it's like your fandom dates even a little bit further back.
I'm a huge fan of the classic Universal monster movies, but also Hammer and all the 30s, 40s horrors and into the 60s and 70s. But I remember going into the 7-Eleven near my house when I was 10 years old and seeing Flash 206.
And another thing about Nick. Hey, Nick. What's
Hello
going on,
to Nick, man. One of the writers of also Sonya Devereaux alongside Todd, man. He's one of the writing guys. So thanks for joining us, Nick. Go ahead, Todd.
It's a pleasure to be here, Al.
No, thank you for coming on, brother.
Better late than never, right?
No worries, but look, you got your boiling coffee. Cheers to you.
That's not coffee.
Oh, man.
It's a boiling cup of vodka.
He usually doesn't wait this long to drink. But
actually, I just got up. So, what are you going to do? That's not true.
You got to put it on IV. Come on. All right. Nice. All right.
I'm sure you guys were doing something important. Go ahead.
Todd was telling his story.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
You're 10 years old at a 7-Eleven.
Yep.
And I saw the Flash 206 or 209, one of those issues. And, I was a really fast runner as a kid. So I identified with the Flash. So I bought it. It was the first comic book that I bought. And I fell in love. You could go in and you could get a Slurpee with the superhero cups during that time. And I collected an entire series of those. I've got all the DC 1974 Slurpee cups.
Say what? I have a friend of mine on my team that collects the McDonald's glasses from that era, and he's got the majority of them. And I mean, those are his babies. Like, don't you dare touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd has all those Slurpee cups and diabetes. It's a match set.
That was the trade-off. At least he has a cookie collection, though. You know what I mean? Come on now.
It was worth it.
It's absolutely worth it.
Excellent. So we're getting into origin stories here, Nick. At least, when it comes to your fandom and how you got started, what made you fall in love. So what was your first, look, into comics or TV? What was it that made you fall in love with the culture?
Well, the first thing that I read that would be considered comic bookish was Mad Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
So that off-kilter sense of humor really got me. When I started reading comic books, I went for the unusual ones. I wasn't a big superhero fan. I read Weird War, all the
Sergeant Rock.
Yep, Sergeant Rock, all the ghoul kind of stuff. Hex, Jonah Hex, and just sort of the off-kilter stuff. I wasn't a big Spider-Man was my favorite, but I wasn't a big Superman or Batman fan myself.
Gotcha. It's nice though. He throws some love to DC, but like my boy is still in Marvel. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. And then, all right. So I want to know, how did you all four meet? Because I'm going to show off the trailer to your fantastic book, and then we're going to start digging in. But I just want to know that origin. When Sonya Devereaux was first born in your heads, I mean, how did you guys connect to make this a thing?
Well, that's two different stories.
Yeah.
Two different. Nice. So let's go with the oldest story, of course.
Yeah.
Whomever wants to start there, go ahead.
Todd and I were doing stand-up comedy at the same time. Back in the 1920s, it was vaudeville, I think.
Right.
So
in the Catskills.
So I was in a 2-man group and Todd was in a 5-man group, and we kind of melded those two groups together and then got rid of all the dead weight. And then Todd and I and another guy were a 3-man comedy group, and we toured the whole country. We did clubs and colleges. We recorded music, comedy music that was played on Dr. Demento. We did a movie together.
Wow.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time creating a lot of comedy content, and that's made us $1,000 at the most so far. So we're really grateful for this collaboration that we started with. Todd?
Yes.
Take it from there.
I've been working in television for a while, and I wanted to create a property for a producer-director friend of mine who directed a lot of episodes of Friends and Cheers and big NBC shows. And at that time, I came across a webcomic called Girls with Slingshots by Danielle Corsetto, and it was really super good. And I thought, why isn't this a TV show? But it's probably because, she didn't have any contacts, because she was a single girl in Pennsylvania, as a matter of fact.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to create something that could be more, that we would have a lot of fun doing, and got Nick involved. And then we found Brendon and Brian through our friend Bob Tennell, the writer-director Bob Tennell, who just did a magnificent Christmas movie called Feast of the Seven Fishes last year. But he brought them to our attention, and their style and their sense of humor was just perfect. It was just such a great fit. And so we did 650 daily strips of America Junior. And the first volume came out by Image. Image Comics published that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
2007, sometime.
2007, yeah.
2007.
And and you know, I just kind of want to do comedy material. I did a bunch of horror stuff, but I really prefer the comedy material. And there is just nobody who illustrates comedy like Brendon and Brian. They're the best in the business. I don't want to work with anybody else except them doing comedy.
Yeah, look at that. That's a big compliment, Brendon and Brian. So how about you? How did when they approached you?
We know the funny looks and everything.
When they approached you with the idea, how was that? Like
we probably at the time had nothing else to do, so we said, yeah, why not? Bob was a decent guy. He's still a good guy, and we liked him. So we put it together. And
I was decent. Now I'm just okay.
Too funny. All right, so folks, without further ado, I definitely do want to show you the trailer so you guys get an idea of what this is all about as we move forward. All right, let's check this out.
Cool.
Romero, we must find the Merlin scroll immediately. It is a matter of life and death. Yours, just so we're clear on this.
Princess Harlotta, what are you doing here?
I'm hiding from kidnappers. I didn't know where else to go.
Really? I can think of literally dozens of other places.
Ina, I need you to protect me.
I am a warrior with integrity. I cannot be bought.
What about rented?
Princess Harlotta, I should have known she took it.
Princess Harlotta has been captured and lost her dress in the struggle. She's going to be very difficult to find, or very easy. I have but one choice. I must reassemble the death team once more.
Be gone, woman. I have no quarrel with you.
The feeling is not mutual. Your soldiers killed my husband. What have you got to say for yourself?
So, you're single then?
You cannot escape me for long.
You underestimate my ability to avoid contact with women. Wait, that came out wrong.
Visit the Indiegogo below for preview pages and exclusive rewards.
Hey!
That was fun. I was cracking up here just listening. I mean, the women, yeah, they're all out there. We make the dudes idiots a lot of the time, which is just hysterical. So I know women and men will definitely enjoy reading this awesome book. And also, now, let's get into this PowerPoint, show us some art, and just talk about this great comic book that you guys got here.
Okay.
Kaboom, boom. I'll put myself at the bottom because you guys are talking. All right. All right. So here, who is Sonya Devereaux? Right. So let's start learning a bit about Sonya.
Okay. Well, Sonya is she's an actress. She is the 306th best actress in America.
Why 306? Yes, I saw that.
She's not good enough to be 305th.
It's just where the polling brought her, I guess. And we don't know who did that poll, but she's right up there at 306th. So
she's not letting go of that title.
So the comics themselves are actually the movies that Sonya is in. And so we actually get to see a little bit of Sonya's life, and I'm explaining this to you like you don't know because you've already read these. But so the opening and closing of the book, we get to see Sonya in her day-to-day life. She's out doing laundry or murdering somebody or something, some ordinary activity. And she starts watching the movie usually with somebody else. And so then we get to see the full movie that she was in. And the one you have up there right now, Debutante Desperado. So we get to see the whole film. And then at the end, we come back to her real life and a little bit of close on that situation that she was in when she started watching.
She's also wearing a little bit of clothes.
Yeah, I was about to say that exactly.
So
closing and less clothes.
Joke race.
It's great value because there are two stories in every issue.
Two for one. And these are all based on those B movies, those cheaply made 90s, 80s, 2000s movies that they pumped out, that cost a shoestring budget. You always get a little bit of titillation. You're thinking you're going to see something, but you never quite do, but it's always still fun. And the whole premise is to just remake these terrible movies that we love so much.
And great job indeed. I mean, you get Fred Olen Ray to do intros on these. I mean, that's crazy because he's done, some crazy sci-fi movies himself.
Yeah.
When you talk about B movies.
He is one of the most successful and prolific filmmakers of the 20th century.
Yeah.
This is amazing stuff. And the artwork is amazing. Where do you come up with the titles too? Naked on the Damned, Vampire Academy, Spider Shark versus Snake Bear. Although that sounds like a movie that I think
titles come from all four of us.
Okay.
We came up with Naked Are the Damned, and Todd or Nick or both came up with Spider Shark Snake Bear. Yeah.
Spider Shark Snake Bear. This would be a sci-fi movie. This sounds so much like one. Like my wife loves these cheesy shark movies from sci-fi. And I like every time I sit down, didn't you see this one already? Because I swear they're all the same. They had the same crew. They come back to life. It feels like Return of the Living Dead, like part 2. Here we go. The same cast. They're alive still.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, didn't that guy get eaten in the last one? That doesn't matter.
Right? Who cares? They spit him out. He had indigestion, the poor animal. Yep. I love the covers, the way you capture them. This is very Rambo-esque too. Guys, you guys definitely pull a lot of reference from scenes from very older movies. I mean, in this, who doesn't know what this is?
Mm-hmm. That's why we chose it. That's the variant for the first issue. Yeah.
So, how many variants? How does variants work out for you guys, especially in the indie market side of things, with something like this with Sonya?
Well, a lot of times it's kind of hard to, sometimes like with this one, the Naked Are the Damned cover, because The Walking Dead, that would be an obvious choice.
Yeah.
And other times it's like, oh man, what are we going to do for this one? Like Debutant Desperado was a bit of a challenge to figure out what to do, because there aren't that many for the variant cover. That many famous Westerns comics, and the ones we picked, we couldn't agree on the parody.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So we chose the Mike Zeck Punisher #1, where she's, he's blasting away, and we just made it her blasting away.
I love that damn Mike Zeck cover. That was an amazing cover.
Yeah, they're all the covers that the frames choose to do, and it's completely their choice. Are all iconic covers.
This is great.
That is my favorite cover.
This is a great cover
of all. Well, except the trade paperback. That's my favorite single issue cover.
No, but it's so well done.
It is.
Just everything, the line work, the coloring, the cleavage. You guys got it. I mean, I guess that's your fantasy size, huh?
It's a perfect cover.
Well, you gotta do research where you need it. I mean,
It really is the first and only thing that I noticed. So.
Oh man, I gotta get. No, but I like these. All right. Oh man, I love this cover. Is also amazing. A throwback to the Tomb of Dracula type stuff.
Yes.
Guys, you killed it here. You guys killed it here.
Thank you very much.
Little role reversal.
Yeah, man, it's fine. It's all right. It's all right. We could get carried away too. It's all right.
There's
awesome.
That's the Punisher one. Yeah.
This is great work, guys. Again,
thank you.
How long did it take you to create this cover? For example, what's your artistic process to do a cover like this, for example?
Well, me, Brendon, I'm the penciler. So once I do some thumbnails, we figure out the idea, then I'll pencil it. Maybe depending on the complexity. This one wasn't too bad, so maybe like in the morning, 4 hours or something, and pencil it, and then we send it off to Todd and Nick, and they say, "Yeah, it looks great." And then Brian's the inker, and then he inks it up.
Nice.
And then this one was colored with markers. So I think we printed it out on a separate sheet and then colored that with the markers.
Just in case we screwed up, then the original would still exist.
Gotcha. Oh, but great job. Damn, yo. Really good look. Classic here, too. And who is this? Ivana Cadaver? Did I say that right? Ivana?
She is the actual horror host of a TV series called Macabre Theater.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so I guess the point we haven't brought up yet with you is that in most of these books, all of these books, there are real actors and actresses who co-star with Sonya. So we convince them twist an arm or two, and force them to be characters in the movies with Sonya.
A little bit of begging.
Yeah.
Just a
A
tad, right?
little bit of blackmail.
Yeah, mostly blackmail, because we've got some photos, and
That's where you get the inspiration from. I know.
And if we don't have photos, Brendon and Brian will just draw them into a
there you go.
situation.
Make it lifelike.
Photorealistic.
Uh-huh.
So in that, Ivana Cadaver was the opening and closing for that film. That
Sonya was a guest on her show.
Oh, okay.
Right. And the actors that we got involved in that were Damien Poitier, who was the original Thanos.
No.
Yes.
He's
And
a gold face on The Flash.
yep. And Magda Opanowitz, who's in a lot of those Canadian shot Sci-Fi Channel movies. And
Continuum is her big hit.
And Continuum.
Really?
And Caroline
Crazy.
Pierce, who's an adult star.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine on the team that would know about that. He's called the Comic Pimp. Shout out to Brian Adam, the Comic Pimp. Yeah, that's his world. I love this too because I know what this is as well.
Yeah.
Wow, great look. Oh, this is the freak. This is freaky looking, bro. Jesus Christ.
That's the snake bear. Yeah, it's a snake bear.
That is really freaky. The spider shark I could deal with because after the thing. That's hey, I could deal with things with spider legs, but this is terrifying. Oh, man. and Sonya seems to be very calm, just looking back like, what is that? Like, no. See, that's the difference. This was a Latino, they would have ran out already. Because look, hold on, let me put that right here, really big. Hold that up, guys. If I have too many screens on, too many.
That is frightening.
There you go. Look at that, guys. Holy bro.
That's a great pinup panel.
Yeah, man. The detail put into the face and by a snake there, guys. Hell yeah. You could tell the little hairs on the bear's face. Good job, dude.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yes, the bear face is well groomed. Very well groomed.
Yeah, exactly, man. He just came out the beauty salon. It looked good. Oh. And who's this? Is this the model or who's this?
We're not seeing it.
Oh, man. Sorry about that.
Yes, it's the model.
It's
so nice.
Exactly what you're seeing. That's correct.
There you go. And there she goes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So Kara Nicole is a famous cosplayer, model. And whenever I would post a picture of Sonya that the frames drew on Facebook, Facebook would automatically tag her as Sonya.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she's not the model for Sonya, but Facebook face recognition thinks they're the same person.
Oh, Facebook hired her for you.
Oh, I mean, I wrote to her and I said, I'm so sorry that I keep tagging you in these. I don't know how to stop it. And she said, well, it's an amazing likeness. Why don't I just do a cosplay cover for you?
Say word. That's simple.
That's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So thank you, Facebook. You did something good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Great model, if you will, reference for Sonya.
And she made the costume.
Nice.
She does really look like Sonya.
She does.
All right. So is she a good actress too? Is she a great actress too when we see the Sonya Devereaux first sci-fi movie come out?
Well, we're gonna have a lot of casting time for that role. So
wow, this is a great shot here too. And very good.
Yep. Another variant cover.
Yes, great stuff, guys. What's the inspiration behind this? Because I like that. I mean, I want to see a show called Violent Vixen now.
Well, I think we all wanted to do a superhero movie for Sonya, and I think we had the name Violet Vixen. And
designed the costume. Came up with that one? Better than that thing you told me before. Hey.
Thank you. We like just did a quick sketch of that costume and Madam Midnight. While the Sonya Violet Vixen stayed pretty much the same, Madam Midnight like totally got revamped because we hired Katarina Waters. Not hired, but Katarina Waters. Todd knows her and asked her if she wanted to be in it, and she couldn't have been more excited.
I see. They went with the J-Lo cut over here. From that very famous dress.
Well, it makes a V for Violet Vixen.
Yes. It is a V. There you go, folks. That's the reason why. Ain't for nothing else. All right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, if it was a B, we'd have a whole different look to that costume.
Oh my goodness! Could you imagine? And with the B sideways.
Yes.
And again, another iconic cover being emulated here. Fantastic. Although we don't know what she's swinging on. She's flying, I hope, because I see nothing she's swinging on.
She's flying, yes. Yeah, with the Violet Vixen variant, I mean, there are literally hundreds of choices we could have done. We could have done Action Comics #1, Detective 27. Yeah.
But being Spider-Man, guys, you just had to do this.
Yeah. Of course.
Nice. This is awesome. Great stuff. And I love this cover.
I do too.
This is the new issue.
This is the newest. So explain to us what this film is all about, featuring Sonya.
Well, the film itself, it's like a sword and sorcery movie in which the warrior woman has retired to live as a farmstress, and the Princess Harlotta comes to her seeking protection from evil Lord Tombstroke. Yep. So Ina comes out of retirement and has to reassemble the Death Team.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's a story that we've come up with exclusively where somebody's retired and they get pulled back in. Nobody's ever done that before. So.
Carlito's Way featuring Sonya Devereaux.
Yeah, and it's sword and sorcery more in the line of Conan the Barbarian as opposed to Lord of the Rings.
Right.
So maybe sometime down the future we can do another fantasy, more Lord of the Rings ish.
I see the Conan for sure because I do have that iconic first issue. And what I also noticed, what you guys did here, the artists over here, is you got this Kirby crackle going on here, and it's very, very Kirby-ish for real. So I think you guys captured that too. So kudos, man. I'm a big Kirby guy. Listen to the podcast we did last night. We spoke with Fred Valente and Crystal Skillman all about the King Kirby audio drama. Okay. So if you guys are Kirby fans, check that out. It's pretty good.
Who isn't a Kirby
But this
fan?
is really good. I love this.
Also on this cover is Carly Baker,
right
the actress. Yes.
Nice, man. How do they feel? How do they feel when they see their presentation on a comic book form? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of these actors, actresses probably never had that before.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you would guess, actors and actresses are very modest and humble. So they're astounded.
Usually they're angry because we don't ask them till after the issue comes out.
Okay. Can we do this? Sure. All right, here's the issue.
So we talk to their lawyers first, usually, as they call us.
Okay.
Carly loves her depiction and loves the cover, but her husband loves it more.
Oh, I'm sure. Has he asked for a personal pinup of just her?
Not yet.
Hey guys, they're ready. They're waiting. They need some money, man. It's not easy to get out the house with COVID. Come on. and this is what, a variant to that?
That's the main cover.
This is the main cover.
That's the main, and this is the variant?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, parody cover. See it right there. Beautiful. Okay.
And that's the Death Team.
So explain to me, who is the Death Team here, and how did these creations come about? What were your thoughts and inspirations behind the leading women here?
Well, it's basically the script had the characters in it and their names, and then, I guess actually,
no, you guys created these characters a year or so ago. So Nick and I constructed the story around the images, and the character just kind of plug and play.
Maybe I can find it. Yeah, maybe like 11 months ago when COVID started and there was nothing to do, we made like 8 or so like coming attractions, just pin up posters for possible issues. Because in the back of each, I didn't see it, but we always do the next issue is a coming attraction where we show the poster.
Hold on. Let me get you there. There we go. Oh, nice.
Oops,
yes.
Wrong way. So this would be this was in Spider Shark. All right.
Yeah.
So we did Warrior Woman Death Team 4. We did that poster. So then now the issue is going to be Warrior Woman Death Team 5, which takes place after 4.
After 4.
Yes, yeah, we did that. Makes sense. Are we clever?
Yeah. So this whole series came out of the comic strip that the four of us were doing together, America Junior, and it's the conceit of the comic strip itself is there's this small town in America that has accidentally become its own country.
Accidentally.
It was
it's on hysterical already.
It was in the charter for when they joined the United States. They said if we don't like it, it reverts back to being our own country here in 150 years. And so it came and went, nobody noticed. So now they have to figure things out. So Sonya is one of the characters in that comic strip. And everybody knows who she is. And so there's a lot of scenes where people are just naming all the terrible movies that she's been in.
So that's her real world then.
Yeah. So a lot of these names, started flying around, and then the Fraim brothers started doing her movie posters, because on the weekends we wouldn't publish a strip, but we do little placeholders. And
like a guest
out of that
artist.
came some posters from some of these movies that we were coming up with, and they were coming up with. So that was the original impetus to actually do some of her films.
Yeah, as an actual comic book instead of a webcomic.
Gotcha. And Todd, how has been this experience for you, seeing this character come to life?
He doesn't like her.
It's I don't know that I can describe it. It's just such a magical feeling to wake up and get a piece of art from them, as they bring to life a script page. It's I wake up super early just so I can see this. It's like every morning is Christmas.
That's awesome. That's a great compliment, though. You see, it goes to the power of being with a good creative team that empowers you to feel that way. You know what I mean? Because I know that's how I feel about my crew, my fellow Crusaders and Capers. I'm very proud of them and working with them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to the screen over here, right? Oops, hold on. You gotta excuse me. I'm just still messing around with this stuff here. Okay, great. So we got that. Oh, okay, that was it. So that's who Sonya Devereaux is, right? She has a Facebook, a TikTok. What do we get on the TikTok for Sonya? I'm curious there.
That's brand new for us.
Okay.
I think every Sunday there's just going to be a couple of clips from the movies or her life, or just little bites, little bites. Chomp.
Are we going to see Sonya outside of comics at any point in time? You guys think?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's our goal, but we don't have the funds to make that happen right this minute.
Not yet, but soon enough, I'm pretty sure. I like to use the word not yet, but soon. I'm confident, because if you were to do this, to live outside of a comic, what would it be your preferred platform? Would it be animated or live action?
I think live action.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I don't know if we're speaking for the Fraims when we say that, but yeah, we'd love to see real actors in these roles. And
it would be like Tropic Thunder every week.
Oh man, that would be insane. I think the Fraim brothers would be down for that right now. Like, you know what, Tropic Thunder? Yes. So let's do it every week. I would love to see that. Now, would you put this on a more adult-oriented streaming network, or or you try to keep it, like you said, below that softcore almost B movie, where we would anticipate, but not really seeing much.
Yeah, we're not gonna,
that was a lot.
We're not going to show anything. My ultimate goal would be to have this as a Netflix show.
Nice.
To do it exactly as we have the comic books, where there's little real life stuff, then a full movie, and then close it out with that same scenario. So I think it's perfect kind of format for that.
Just reminds me of the old TBS movies that when my wife would go out at night, and me and my friends are hanging out having a beer. That was on TV. TBS would come on, and we have those B movies that were almost reaching the line of porn, but not. Like, what is this? Then my wife was like, "What are you guys watching? This is on TBS." I'm saying, stop it. All right. So with the latest project, of Sonya. Where can we get that? Where can we look for it?
At any comics retailer, but the American Mythology is currently running an Indiegogo campaign to help offset the printing cost for Warrior Woman Death Team 5. And the book is already done, so they're just looking for the funding, a little support to get it printed.
Every little bit helps.
Yes.
Okay, and what's that link? So that way I could go ahead and of course share it immediately, because we need our fellow Crusaders and Capers to get in there.
I'm doing it right now.
Up right now.
I've memorized it. I'm just typing it.
Let's see how quick.
This is what Todd looks like when he's writing a comic book too, by the way. He's typing things, thinking, mugging,
checking his teeth with his tongue.
Okay, and what's the title of it? 'Cause I may have found some. Yep, 23 days left. The sequel, correct?
Yes.
All right, let me go ahead and share that right here.
Oh.
Fantastic.
What I sent to you is incorrect.
No worries, but I found it.
He's got his glasses on now, so he'll have it.
It's going to be this bad boy, folks, right there. Indiegogo.com, starring Sonya Devereaux, IGG, the sequel. Okay, let me just give you a quick look. I like to share my screen, folks. I'm sorry.
Well, the first one that they did was very successful, so that's why this is the sequel.
Gotcha. Look at this. They wanted $500 flexible goal. They're 297 of that, 1488. They got 23 days left. And again, the fact that it is ready to go. All right. And let's talk a little bit about the project before we go, of course. So let's talk the side over here. So for $20, we're getting 3 covers. And are these 3 different stories, or just, we're getting the main story with the
same issue with 3 different covers? There's an Indiegogo exclusive cover that you can only get through this campaign.
So it's this one right here?
Correct.
No. Yeah, that one.
Right.
Yeah, right here. Ooh.
Now the book is available in retailers. It's in previews right now.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. And what do you know that diamond preview code? I asked the tough questions, folks.
I don't.
We need to get that preview code. People need to be checking this out to have some nice, good old fun.
Is it on there?
No. But there's so many more
codes are on
fun perks.
And check that out, folks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Critical Blast. Shout out to Critical Blast. Yeah, I'm familiar with them. So good stuff. They voted you best comic. Check that out. As one of our viewers says, one and only is right there. 6 of them in the hip hop goes, great stuff. Great stuff. This does look really good. But what's this sizzle reel?
That is an exclusive 10-page story that you'll get when you contribute to the campaign. Because we reached our goal where everyone gets that, so now everyone gets that.
And check this out.
PDF file.
You could get drawn into the book for $250. Nice.
Yes. Yeah, we've already had 2 people take us up on that.
Really?
And I do have the artwork here from another person who's been drawn. I can't get to it. It's all taped in there. But I'm sure they've got. There it is, right there. That's exactly what I have in my hand.
Right there. Oh, okay.
Don't rip it. Yeah, that's page 1 of the sizzle reel.
Nice. Check that out.
That's Bill Boyd, who's an actual editor in Hollywood,
and he's editing. Nice.
He's editing. So when you choose that perk to get drawn into a starring Sonya Devereaux issue, you're not an extra in a crowd scene. You get some screen time, either with her or as a character in the movie.
You have dialogue and word balloons.
Too funny. I just want to say I love her police uniform here. I wouldn't mind getting stopped and frisked then. You know what I mean? Hey, this isn't a PC show, folks. All right?
So backers get that digital story. They also get this trading card featuring Ivy cosplay as Sonya's character from Spider Shark versus Steak Bear. And if we reach our next
Al
goal,
can't hear us anymore.
I'm lost here. I'm like, whoa, yeah.
Al can't hear us anymore. We've lost Al. He's gone now.
Ivy's terrific. She's really terrific.
Awesome.
Yeah, she really helped support the book too.
And folks, look, AmericanMythology.net right now. You could get the trade paperback.
Yep.
The first 4 issues. I mean,
First
come
4
on.
issues.
This is fun stuff. And it's funny right here. 6 Elements. Is she related to Red Sonya?
Oh, Sonya, Red Sonya spelled with a J, not a Y.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
And there goes the cover, like really blown up, the exclusive.
Yeah, with
That's
Troy
great.
Froman as Tombstroke and Carly Baker.
Tombstroke,
as-
Jesus Christ, bro.
That's-
I love the name, man. Tombstroke. Bro, disrespects
Yeah,
the dead.
So Troy Froman is a real actor as well. He was in Saved by the Bell, and he's going to be in a new Amityville series that's coming out.
Amityville.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Listen, man, there was none was better than the first 2 films. After that, trash. I've seen them try to do stuff. It's been trash. But I hope, and I pray that this Amityville really captures the spirit. And listen, Tombstroke. Somebody has the question: how many strokes? Just,
Enough.
Enough for a tomb.
yeah, enough to be stiff like a rock and dead. You know what I mean? Oh, but this is great action sequence here. You know, she's holding extra melons.
Oh, we never even tried for that joke.
What? I see it now. I should say that not only are the Fraims great at drawing comedy, they're magnificent at drawing action.
Yes, they are. The sequences and everything. And again, you know, they have a lot of great inspiration apparently around them. I got to go to their town because they're beautiful women like this, bro. I mean, Orlando guy, knowing where they're from.
Here's a page with a
Backer.
who paid to appear in the issue. So this
Oh,
is
really? So he was an actual backer.
yeah.
Oh,
That's Cody.
Cool.
As you can see, he's not just he's in a scene with Sonya. He's not just background elements.
See, that makes this special and worth the money. Then that if you pay for that money, you're not gonna get one little box. You got a page, man, hanging out.
He's got 3 pages.
Yeah, he's on 3 pages.
He got 3
Wow,
pages.
guys, you see, what
That's
comic
value.
book will do that? None. Only independent, American Mytho, and these guys right here. This studio right here. This is amazing. So, guys, make sure to support this amazing project on Indiegogo. Let me stop sharing the screen. Let me bring that brand back up because I know 6 Element of Hip Hop loves his comics, and he's definitely one that would support something like that. So, folks, right at the bottom right there, you see it, right? Sonya Devereaux, IGG, the sequel. Make sure to tune in and pick up the book, please, or if not, AmericanMythology.net. Guys, anything else we need to be aware of that's coming up? So let's start with my man Todd. Anything we need to be kept appraised of that's coming up? And of course, where can we follow you on social?
You don't need to follow me. You can just follow Sonya.
Just follow Sonya. Don't follow Todd. Jeez, follow her.
She's very active on her Instagram and Facebook. But I just appreciate you having us on, Al. We really appreciate it.
No, it was an honor to have you guys on because you guys have a fun project that is really funny. So you guys really written a funny project, and when the Fraim brothers here, you definitely showed it how funny it can be because you're doing it through visuals. So you really are presenting that really well. You emote well. So the line work, the inking, the coloring. I mean, everything looks great. It's fun.
Yeah,
this is definitely. This is a lot more than your average indie comic book. It really is a lot of fun, and this is, I think, escapism in its truest form. This is
Also,
really fun.
Also,
thanks, man.
the stories on Sonya are 30 pages.
30.
So you're buying a 32-page comic book for $4, and you're getting 30 pages of story.
Not 22 with ads. See, so yeah, value all around, not just through purchasing the book, but even through the Indiegogo project as well.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
really, really important to me to have value for what you're getting paid.
And even with American Mythology, because when we first brought them the comic, the Naked Are the Damned 2, the very first issue, I think that story might have been like 26 pages. 22,
23, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, well, what are you going to do in the rest of the issue? I was like, isn't it going to be ads? And they were like, no, fill it with content.
Nice.
And we said, uh-oh.
And there was born the backup stories, huh?
And AMP has been super supportive of everything. You know, I mean, they've had our back this whole time. That's really why this Indiegogo is so important, because we're trying to have their back while the pandemic's going on and people aren't going out to comic book stores. And so really that's our goal, is to help the people that have been helping us this whole time.
There you go. See, from amazing creators, folks, you know, to amazing fans. Make sure you pick up this book and show some love. And you Fraim brothers, you're going to give me the same answer as Todd. Just follow Sonya and follow us. Or where can we find you if we want to see more of your art too?
We have our own website at brosfraim.com, brosfraim.com. The Art of Brendon and Brian Fraim on Facebook, and the Fraim Brothers on Instagram.
There you go. To make sure to follow and keep up with these amazing brothers doing some amazing artwork. And I see a lot more stuff for you guys for sure, man. Let's see. And what about you, Nick?
I can give my phone number if people want to text me.
Can we get your social too?
No, I just have a Facebook page, and that's really all I do. So
Gotcha.
I need to get into it, though, huh?
Yeah, man, get into it, because you gotta sell. You gotta be Sonya's pimp, all of y'all too, in a sense where, you know, you're selling this amazing product, this amazing book. You know, folks, this is again comic books in its truest form. And let me just show this, guys, so that way you guys do not misspell this. All right, I want you guys to visit the brothers here for sure, because they got some amazing work going on. So if you just go right there, it'll be nice if right there. There you go. Boom. Brosfraim.com. All right. So make sure to visit them if you want to see all their artwork. But, you know, very importantly, of course, make sure to follow Sonya everywhere, so you know where to pick up your books, when they're coming out. And I wish you get a little bit more info about Sonya and the world that she lives in.
Yeah.
And with that, Todd, Brendon, Brian, Nick, you guys have been amazing. I wish you nothing but success with this endeavor. I really do want to see this on Netflix. I want to see this as an animated short as well somewhere. I want you guys, again, have created true escapism here, because there's no politics, it's no nonsense, it's nothing but fun. So I want to thank you as a comic fan for bringing it like that.
Thank you.
It means the world to me that we're not touching news. All right. So with that, I'm Omega pa que tu sepa, wepa, much love. Make sure to support Sonya Devereaux. Woo! All right. And with that, hasta la próxima, mi gente. I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you. We hope you've enjoyed this Comic Crusaders production. For real-time news on all things pop culture, please feel free to follow us on social media. For articles, original content, merchandise, and more, please go to www.comiccrusaders.com. Also follow along with all of the websites of the Comic Crusaders family. As always, if you like this content, please click like and subscribe to the Comic Crusaders YouTube channel.